Staff and students at the University of Sierra Leone have produced locally made ventilators and hand sanitizers. The communication specialist at the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education assures parents on the reopening of schools. Buya Nabi Bangura talks about the importance of Sickle Cell Day. Now let's join Marian Amaria Bangura for the full news.
Hello and welcome to Newswatch Online TV News Hour with me, Marian Amaria Bangura. Staff and students of the University of Sierra Leone have designed and produced a locally made ventilator and hand sanitizer which has been presented to the Ministries of Technical and Higher Education and Health and Sanitation. The staff and students of the University of Sierra Leone, in collaborative effort, have produced a locally made ventilator called Leovet, which is designed with flexibility to operate under diverse conditions, and an alcohol-based sanitizer called Napsol that is said can deactivate any virus within 30 seconds. On Thursday, 18th June 2020, these inventions were presented to the Ministry of Health and Sanitation and the Ministry of Technical and Higher Education. Alfred Bayo, a student at Mechanical and Maintenance Department for Abbey College, was one of the students that worked on this invention. He explained more about the qualities of the Leovet.
The outbreak of COVID-19, as I said in our previous presentations, has been a wake-up call to the whole of Africa. And today again I was stressed the fact that for Sierra Leone, it has been something more than a wake-up call. It has brought us to a realization that except we step in and take ownership of our own problems and go out there and struggle to sort ourselves out by fighting hard to stand by ourselves in recognition of the fact that we are now independent. Except we take up challenges by ourselves, we will remain legal to the Western world. The mechanism in here compresses oxygen to the patient intermittently. But the oxygen air is supplied constant. So for this reason, you need a temporal storage. So that for temporal storage, there is intermittent suction to the compression mechanism and to the patient. So you regulate the flow meter there to the requirement of the patient. Secondly, of course, you is already attached to a power supply there to the mains. And during this time, you will be recharging internal. And then now we ensure the pressure regulator is available.
The Minister of Health and Sanitation, Professor Alpha Tijanwuri, was at this event. Here is an excerpt of his statement.
What is happening now is a major change in mindset. You may not see this, but I doff my hats to the team, Mr. Minister, you have chosen, heading the University of Sierra Leone. Team is not only showing infrastructural improvement. Look at what has happened at the School of Nursing. Look at what is happening up at FBC by the village there. You have two villages. Let me say this, it is not the infrastructural change, it is the mindset, the change in the mindset of people. You have also indicated that WHO has already linked up with Sierra Leone, the university in particular, for solidarity trials. Trial in therapeutic agents, trial in vaccine for COVID. These are major changes.
As the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education has issued out a press release that school for pupils in examination classes will reopen early July, the communication specialist at the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, Ibrahim Sharif, said that parents should not worry as all the precautionary measures will be put in place.
Quite recently, we issued a press release on the reopening of schools for candidates for the public exams. Well, in the first place, we want parents to know that the fundamental responsibility of government is to create a platform or an opportunity for citizens to learn, grow, and prosper. And so it is also the responsibility of government that whilst children are under the care of the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, that will do our utmost best to safeguard them, to make sure they are secure, make sure that they are learning in a very conducive environment, and that nothing harmful comes their way. And so that is why taking this decision during this health emergency in our country, we could not take the decision without the inputs of those who are managing the disease itself. And that is Ministry of Health and Sanitation and the COVID-19 Emergency Operations Center. So we want parents to be rest assured that we are doing this in the best interest of their children, but at the same time, we want parents to also be committed, because everybody keeps talking to government. It is also the responsibility of our parents to be able to play their own part. Once we come out with the measures, we already have the school safety protocols, which is like a washing of hands before you leave your house to come to a school. It is a responsibility of the parents to ensure that children or school children wash their hands before they come to school. When they get to school, they are under the supervision of the school authorities and teachers and the ministry as a whole. When they come to school, they are supposed to wash hands before they enter class. When they leave the class, they are supposed to wash hands. We are also thinking about checking temperatures. We are thinking about social distancing, especially that it's not everybody that is coming back to school, but only the candidates who are going to take the public examination. So I do not see this to be a very difficult thing to do. We will be able to manage it, and we have the right people to advise us to do this, who are the people that are managing the disease itself.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Crabtown slum community is situated at the center of Ascension Town with a bridge known as Congo Town Bridge. Most of the residents in that community depend on fishing, bike riding, and petty trading for their livelihood. It is one of the most deprived communities in Freetown and are mostly affected every year by the rains. Some stakeholders in that community explain to Newswatch about their challenges. Let's join Lucy Bangura for more details.
Chief Yalimami Toure, when speaking to Newswatch, said that the heavy rain each year affects them greatly, as they normally lose their properties in the process of trying to save themselves.
That water where they come, water they come up near Congo Cross, and they come out to the bus in the camp. Plenty one. As we they go up this school to go IDD, where the water they come. Development plenty, because the NGOs then they help we, then the government save the help, then we youth them. They can help we can get them shovel, pickaxe, make all the place, let the place no get problem. This corona na God. I no go talk say I sabi about what's I hear and on the radio no. But na so I no see cage person na so it we don't say that one day.
Some residents also explain about the challenges of living in the community.
Well, we the first for bank the place, for let we not get flooding. As you see, like them back there with this gravel, now we can use, we put, for let we sustain the water. With this year, we not go able to get water. Like this year, we say Papa go thank you, because first year don't come okay and that's why we not get no flood in it. We can go to the community school, now we all can go rescue, we life with we picking there. The property then can go, because it's in life now much better than the property. We life come out, we be able for try back like get the property there. So now the community school now we all can use, we go up there.
Right now, man, they can get a gravel because one bank, it's not easy. It's man and one bank, so what are not going to affect them? But I know they're all right now. They can give you them the only car buckets, they put them there. Don't anybody when they can, they explain here, they tell everything and what to do. For what you can, for avoid crowd place. Yes, done. You know for church, you know, you explain, you them, they understand. Yes, that's so, and then children they for do, they for avoid the corona.
Reporting for Newswatch Online TV, I am Lucy Bangura.
Let's take a short break.
COVID-19 is an infectious disease caused by a new coronavirus introduced to humans for the first time. It is spread from person to person, mainly through the droplets produced when an infected person speaks, coughs, or sneezes. These droplets can land in the mouths or noses of people who are nearby. These droplets are too heavy to travel far in the air. They only travel approximately 1 meter and quickly settle on surfaces. This is the reason person-to-person spread is happening mainly between close contacts. The exact time that the virus can survive on surfaces is not yet known.
Welcome back. You're still watching Newswatch TV News Hour with me, Marian Amaria Bangura. Please don't forget to click the red button to subscribe to our channel. Red Pump Community is a big community located in the western part of Freetown. It is one of the most deprived communities and lack a lot of facilities such as good roads, hospital, and good schools. Some stakeholders in that community explained to Newswatch some of the challenges they are facing. Let's join Yusuf Saidu Bangura for more details.
Chief Pa Almami Okentu Sisi, Chief of Red Pump Community, said the community have been known for boiling rum and they do not have good roads, markets, school, and other facilities. He added that his community have not yet received any support from government or NGOs. He pleaded with the government and NGOs not to forget about his community and let them support his community with developmental projects.
The community, a vulnerable community. We need to have a pump here, we not get no electricity, lights, no water facility, no road. And something like 4 or 5 posts in this entire pump community. By when the only thing we will survive pan of a boil, rum now in the survive pan. When a bush different wood, follow going for people and pay school fees for it, a pump like I did today. That community. Well, the challenges them boku. One, we not get good road up till now. Secondly, no benefits, no the way government will issue out for poor people who reaching at the pump here. Thirdly, we not get hospital, we neither market, place. All the facilities they will not get at the pump. So like anything they will face in the community. Challenges them boku. We can do because we not get the manpower or the finance capability for let we help the people and we give advice. We sensitize them, say better you wash your hands frequently, avoid crowded place. If you not get side for go, you not get nothing for go, you then you host, talk to them, come rather than talk to people and to all side and for the good. That's the only thing we do, sensitization.
Also speaking was Abiose Agnes Wilson, Councillor of Ward 433, Constituency 126. She said since she took up office, she has achieved a lot of positive things for her community, adding that she is facing a lot of constraints because she is in the opposition and the development fund that should be allocated to them have been given to parliamentarians. She said she will try her best to make sure that Red Pump community develop.
And during my first term, I succeeded of having 7 10,000 litre water tank in the community for easy access to water. And also I have pipe-borne water tap, around the community. I have like 6, which I erected because water was a major constraint in the community. I also, during the time, we have Ebola in the first term, and people were not, children were not fortunate to attend school. I gave them solar lights. I have the small mini solar lights, which I, distribute to some of my schools, in the community, in order for children to be using, have access to, in the case of wherein you have blackouts in the home, you will have access, because during that time, during Ebola, that the government give out core textbooks. So especially pupils that we are going to take the Becker examination. I've done a lot of projects to NGOs for Red Pump. but it's yet to be, yet I'm waiting for them. And no sooner I have achieved them, I'll make sure the Red Pump community knows that, this is their project. And again, have been lobbying to worship the mayor of Freetown, that Red Pump is one of my vulnerable community, and we need to focus our attention to Red Pump, right? I think 1 week ago, I lobbied to Kia Sierra Leone, and they gave me 6 water tanks, the water stations. And I have 2 development committee members representing Red Pump. So I called upon them. They came, and I gave 1 because I have 6 zones. I have to distribute the water station according to zone. So I asked the World Development Committee member, who is Esther, living at Red Pump. She, decide on the location in which the water station should be placed.
Reporting for Newswatch Online TV, I'm Yusuf Osaidu Bango.
World Sickle Cell Day is 19 June 2020. Buyanabi Bangura of the Patriotic Empowerment Network discusses the disease and awareness-raising campaigns.
Of the United Nations, immediately we try to observe the day, and of course since 2009, the whole world have been celebrating the day to making sure that we raise awareness that this day is actually useful with regards to the fact that sickle cell is a disorder that is inherited. It means you can have it from your parents. And how it happens is that you can only have the sickle cell genotypes with regards you having it from that of your mother and your father eventually. So all of this sensitization, somebody will be guided upon how best he or she will be tested, because that is the most important thing and the message we as Patriotic Empowerment Network are trying to send out to people. Try to visit the nearest health center so you'll be guided upon. If you have been already diagnosed that you are a sickle cell patient, then several counseling professionally will be given unto you. And also, there are some immediate interventions that you might so require during emergencies that probably, for example, your persistent pains tend to occur or affect you. So upon all of these guides, then importantly, you also know that at that point, when you haven't gone to severity, when you haven't reached to a severity stage, then you'll be helped. So that is why we want to raise awareness that all concerns, all interest, all investment are actually needed now from the side of the government, from the side of other private actors, that people actually suffers with this trait of sickle cell unnoticed. They don't know themselves. So until and unless we make visitations to different health centers.
Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on our Twitter and Instagram account, Newswatch Online TV SL. Till next episode, I've been your presenter, Marian Amaria Bangura.